Doing well. I'm going to walk through a video with you on the verb gustar and verbs like gustar, and then we'll talk about some other grammatical components of that. So just pay attention, take some notes, and ask me some questions if you have any after the video. Here we go. So here is a document I put together for you to walk through this and make sure we understand it. First thing I want you to walk through is subject pronouns. And basically, a subject pronoun, all it is doing for us is clarifying who it is that we're referencing. Okay, clarifying or emphasizing. So here we see in Spanish, yo is I, tú is you, él y ella is he or she. Usted does not mean it. Don't get confused with that. It's actually a formal way of saying you, sir or ma'am, showing politeness. Nosotros would be we. Vosotros would be you all. We're not going to use that. The only country that utilizes the second plural, vosotros, will be Spain. You can go anywhere in Latin America, Mexico, the Caribbean, and vosotros would not be used. So we can actually communicate you all another way, and I'll show you that later. And then third, plural over on this side, ellos, ellas, both mean they. And here, ustedes actually goes back to this and it means you all, or like we say in Tennessee, y'all. All right. Indirect object pronouns would ask the question to whom or for whom. So, for example, we see here the Spanish and the English. Me, and you have to use your Spanish vowels here. Me, te, le. Me is to me or for me. Te is to you or for you. Le is to him or her, or also for him or for her. Nos is to us or for us. And finally, les is to them or for them. Or we could say to you all as well, because remember, ustedes is you all, and we could communicate les for you all as well. So we're not going to do the second plural on this one. Okay? So we're going to use a verb that we're familiar with at this point, gustar, to be pleasing, and show you some examples, and hopefully by looking at the examples you guys will get it. So the verb gustar does not actually mean to like. A lot of people think it means to like because that's the way we translate it. One of the things I want to make sure we understand moving forward is that when we're translating languages, we have to think in ideas instead of just words. What is the idea I'm trying to communicate versus what does this word mean? That's a transliteration, crossing from word to word. We got to think more of a translation or an idea versus a word to word rendering of what something means. If you have a question about that, you can ask me, but hopefully that made sense. Over here, the third singular, gusta, is it is pleasing. Remember, this is an AR verb. We already referenced that in class this week. And then gustan is they are pleasing. Okay, and this will come into play as we look at this, looking at some different examples. All right, if I were to communicate, what do you like to do? Hopefully, we know how to say this already. ¿Qué te gusta hacer? And if someone were to reply, I like to sing, they would say, they could say a mí if they wanted to, or they could just say me gusta cantar. I like to sing. Okay, so we're taking the me here, which is to me, gusta, which is it is pleasing, cantar, which is to sing. To me, it is pleasing to sing. What do we say in English? I like to sing. Okay, so again, thinking in ideas instead of literal word to word rendering. Let's look at another one. ¿Qué te gusta hacer? What do you like to do? Me gusta, you can come up with anything here. Bailar. I like to dance. Hopefully you knew that one. All right, now if you notice here, I actually use this word right here, te, So what to you is pleasing to do. Hacer means to do. It's an ER verb. What do you like to do, basically, is what we say. Okay, so let's look at this right here. If someone were to say, ¿Te gustan tus clases? To you, are they, check this out, are they pleasing your classes? Because there's more than one class, we have to match everything up with the plural. ¿Te gustan tus clases? Someone said that yes, they do. Sí. Me gustan mis clases. We changed what's called the indirect object pronoun to me. They are pleasing my classes. I like my classes. All right. Again, to you, are they pleasing your classes? More than one class. Do you like classes? Yes, I like my classes. Sí, me gustan, more than one, mis clases. All right, let's do a couple more examples here, and hopefully y'all will get it. I'm actually going to change it up here. Let's use a verb, importar, which means to be important. So importa is it is important, and importan, they are important. All right. Someone asked, ¿Te importa la clase? What would that mean? To you, is it important? The class. Is the class important to you? Sí, me importa mucho. Yes, to me, it is important a lot. Now let's change one thing here. We just made that plural. But now we have to match the verb with the nouns here for it to mean they, because there's more than one class. ¿Te importan las clases? To you, are they important, the classes? Are the classes important to you? Sí, me importan mucho. Yes, to me they are important a lot. Yeah, they're important to me a lot. Okay, I hope this made sense to you. There are a lot of verbs that function like gustar verbs. Some examples that come to the top of my mind. Gustar, to be pleasing. We touched on that. Here's another one. Encantar, to, it's kind of interesting, to be enchanted with. It's a really romantic way of communicating here. We just say in English to love something, right? If you say, I love my class, you say, me encanta. Autocorrect thinks that's what it's supposed to be. Me encanta mi clase. I love my classes. Me encanta mis clases. So all of this has to change to be plural. Me encantan mis clases. They are enchanting. I love them, my classes. Let me show you one more thing and then we'll wrap this video up. Nos importa mucho la clase. To us, it is important a lot, the class. The class is important to us a lot. Basically, we looked at me and te. Nos and les is used the same way. If I wanted to say, ¿les importa a ustedes la clase? Remember, ustedes is another way of saying you all. Ustedes is a way of saying you all or y'all. Les importa a ustedes isn't important to y'all. Les and ustedes are together. La clase. Is the class important to y'all? And someone replies with nos importa mucho la clase. To us, it is important a lot, the class. The class is important to us a lot. Last thing here. When we're looking at the third singular, we really have to clarify whether it's he or she, okay? Because I'll give you an example of what this looks like when you don't clarify. And then make sure you understand that this goes right with it as well. So if we said le gusta correr mucho. Problem with this is immediately I'm asking myself, who is it that likes to run a lot? He or she. We can do this two ways. We can say a él le gusta correr mucho, or we could also say, that would be he likes to run a lot. We could say a ella le gusta correr mucho. Okay, so whenever we're addressing he or she, él or ella, or whenever we're addressing ellos, ellas, they, or ustedes, you all, we really need to make sure we clarify which person we're identifying or talking about, whether it be he, she, they, or you all. If you have a question about that, you can ask me. We're going to do some more examples in class today, but I hope that was helpful to you guys.